Welcome to your region this week. I'm Anandi Carol Woolery. In this episode, a funding boost to help small businesses expand their customer base, plus its top honors for a program that helps keep communities safe, and highlights from Guelph's Hillside Festival. But first, here's a look at the headlines. The Ontario government has announced it's adding another $10 million of funding for the future Waterloo Regional Health Networks Hospital. This will help plan the launch and build of the new site set to be built on the University of Waterloo campus. The province is also investing in Brantford, Brant, Norfolk communities with the expansion of primary care. Health Minister Sylvia Jones says Brantford's new hospital will provide world-class care. Here's an excerpt from the announcements made during a recent visit to Brantford.
I am pleased to announce that our government is continuing to build on that progress. We are connecting more people in Brantford, the County of Brant, and the surrounding communities to the high-quality hospital care they need by investing an additional $12.5 million towards the expansion of the Brant Community Healthcare System. Congratulations. This investment will build on our previous funding of $2.5 million, which will advance the planning to build a new state-of-the-art hospital in Brantford. Once opened, patients and their families can expect to receive more access to core programs, emergency services, and intensive care, medical imaging, and other diagnostic services, new ambulatory care programs, and clinics to increase access to life-saving dialysis and cancer care. This will connect people to care sooner and will ensure the hospital can continue to meet the needs of the rapidly growing region. This investment is another important step we are taking to ensure that people and their families in your community can connect to the care they need, where and when they need it, for generations to come.
Earlier today, Minister Jones announced that our government is investing $12.5 million to support the planning and construction of a new Brant Community Healthcare System hospital, connecting more patients and families in Brant County, Six Nations of the Grand River, and surrounding communities to more convenient, high-quality care closer to home. Through our government's Primary Care Action Plan, we are also adding hundreds of new primary care teams across the province and helping connect 300,000 people to primary care this year. And now here's the point where you're going to be most interested. The Ontario government is investing $812,000 this year to connect up to 2,750 additional people to primary care in Brantford, Brant, Norfolk. The Grand River Community Health Centre is planning to attach people within the N0E postal code area, expanding existing clinical teams that are able to expand their clinical practice. So this is an $812,000 investment, connecting an additional 2,700 people to primary care, and that's going to be
to the Festival City, where the Minister of Long-Term Care announced the start of construction of Stratford's new 288-bed long-term care home.
Our government has a plan to protect our province and improve long-term care for Ontarians. During this time of global uncertainty with threats facing our country's economy, it is crucial that our government takes action to protect our province and the long-term care system Ontario families depend on. Our plan to protect Ontario's economy is one that protects our long-term care sector and its residents by creating good jobs, like in long-term care, building for the future, and ensuring that Ontarians get the quality of care and quality of life that they need and deserve. Our government is working with our long-term care partners, like People Care, and investing $6.4 billion to build 58,000 new and developed beds across the province. And this is the largest building program of its kind in Canadian history. From communities big to small, urban and rural, we're bringing care closer to home, including right here in Perth County. Our government has heard loud and clear just how important it is that people have access to care in the communities that they have helped to build, which is exactly why we're making important investments like this across the province. Today, I'm pleased to announce that we are breaking ground on the brand new People Care Stratford long-term care home. Set to welcome its first resident in 2027, which is an amazing timeline, amazing. This new long-term care home will provide local residents with 228 new and 60 upgraded brand new modern long-term care spaces, all of which will be fully air conditioned. Yes, we definitely need that. This new long-term care home will feature 9 residential home areas with a mix of standard and private rooms, along with a main entrance that opens into welcoming bistro and a chapel space. Furthermore, this home will have plenty of common spaces, therapy and quiet rooms, and access to secured and dedicated balconies. This home even has space for families to stay over. All of this is designed to provide an intimate and more familiar living space, helping residents of the home feel a true sense of community and belonging. Across the province, we are building up Ontario's long-term care capacity at an unprecedented rate. A key tool that has helped us do that is the Construction Funding Subsidy Top-Up, for which this home is a recipient. First introduced in 2022, the CFS Top-Up provides eligible projects an additional construction funding subsidy of up to $35 per day per bed for 25 years. And in its first year, it helped get shovels on the ground on 67 projects across the province, representing over 11,000 long-term care spaces, the largest construction campaign of its kind in a single year. So let's keep that momentum going. Let's keep building. Currently, I have about 99 capital projects at various stages of development, which is absolutely amazing. We have 620 homes across the province and building 100 more. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you for being amazing partners for us. Thank you for the local municipality for supporting us.
Hi, I'm Mike Farwell, and I'd like to invite you into this studio every weekday from 9 until 1 for a show that I think you're going to like. It's called The Mike Farwell Show, and it deals with the issues of the day. Local, provincial, national, even international. You'll hear from the newsmakers, and you'll get the chance to make news yourself when you call in and share your opinion. If you want to know what's going on in your community, The Mike Farwell Show is the place to find out.
For 25 years, you've been helping to make our roads safer by doing the right thing. You've been the designated driver, you've stayed over, called home, you've called a cab or a friend, and planned ahead. Let's keep doing the right thing. Support sober driving by getting yourself and your friends home safely.
Do the right thing.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
It's a grant that will help small Ontario businesses take on or enhance digital technologies. It will provide them with the tools to grow their businesses and reach a broader customer base.
It's amazing to see, because I talk about it a lot on social media, the struggles that we have as a small or medium business owner and the way to be innovative and to be forward-facing and to get your clients and different ways that you can do this. Having a grant like this or an opportunity like this gives us the ability to reach a broader audience. And I think it's fantastic to see that the Ontario government is standing behind us. And sometimes I think you feel in small business, you're kind of pushed to the back burner because you are not the big Walmart or the big Amazon, and you don't hire 7,000 employees. It's great to see that, I'm getting emotional. It's great to see that they care and that this possibility is here. Well, sorry.
Small businesses make up 98% of all enterprises in the province and employ more than 2.3 million Ontarians. From family-run operations to innovative startups to retail stores like the beautiful store that we are in today, they are vital to Ontario's economic health, job creation, and global competitiveness. But we know the playing field is shifting. In today's fast-moving digital world, small businesses face increasing pressure to modernize. Whether it's integrating new digital technologies, improving cybersecurity, or just streamlining operations, technology is no longer optional. It is essential. That's why, under the leadership of the Government of Ontario, we launched the Digitalization Competence Centre, or DCC, in late 2022. In less than 2 years, the demand for this program has exceeded expectations.
The heart and soul of our communities, of what we do, is our small businesses. And that cannot be replaced. So thank you for taking the plunge. Thank you for everything that you do, because this is what gives our community character. And whether you walk into Brian's facility and get a sandwich, there he is hiding over there. Or buy the best cooler you've ever had in your life, or a smoker and the best beef ribs that I've ever had. These are the nuts and bolts and the fiber, the backbone, as the Premier always says, of our province. And that's why it's so important that we support our small businesses, because they give us the character of what we enjoy about the places that we live.
I'm so proud of the dedication in Ontario's small business community, and every day I hear more about their can-do attitude, their problem-solving ability, and the impact that they have for their customers. That's why we're supporting their continued growth by announcing a $7.5 million investment in the Digitalization Competence Centre, the DCC, that you've heard a few times today, and you're probably going to keep hearing over and over again. Ontario's knowledge hub for helping small businesses and medium businesses navigate and thrive in today's digital age.
Business is hard. So having an opportunity like something like this, where we can change the directive, where we can compete with businesses that typically we don't align with, or we don't have their spending ability. Having something like this and the support like this allows us to get to that point. I think it's huge for a small little place like mine. It gives me the ability to talk about customer management, tracking their sales better. Obviously, we know your faces. We know likely what you've purchased or what you've painted or how long you've been a customer of ours. But it'd be great for you to come in, or we were talking earlier, send your husband in, and I'm able to, let you know what they've purchased the last time they were in. There's lots of things like that, where having that type of structure is fantastic, and sometimes that expense is a little too high and out of reach. So this allows it to come down to a level that will allow us to hopefully invest in it and support another Ontario-based business in the meantime.
Guelph Wellington Crime Stoppers has been provincially recognized by the Ontario Association of Crime Stoppers at its annual conference.
The OACS Awards are presented at the Ontario Association of Crime Stoppers annual conference and training session, and this year it was held in North Bay in June. So we're really excited to share that we brought home 4 awards. On the far side, we have the President's Award, and this was presented to our board member, John Svensson, who's from Puslinch, and he has been a long-serving board member, long-serving volunteer of Crime Stoppers Guelph Wellington. John has served every position on the executive. He is a great reference for us, who knows the history of the program and has connections throughout the community. So we're very proud and excited for John that he was recognized in this capacity. The next award we received is Online Excellence, and it's a very exciting award to win because it's an open class, which means any size program can submit for this. And so we're competing against all different size programs, and with Guelph Wellington being one of the smaller programs because of our population size, the fact that we were recognized for our social media, our digital with our website, it's very rewarding, and we really appreciate the support we get from people who follow us online. The next award is the Best Student Engagement Award, and this is for our population category. Now, this is an initiative that engages young people and has proven outcomes. For us, that was the cyber safety presentation that we launched last September. That presentation was developed in partnership with Upper Grand District School Board as well as Wellington Catholic District School Board. We were able to reach more than 4,000 students between September and December of 2024. An amazing accomplishment. And the feedback we got from those presentations was outstanding. We were able to give that feedback and some stats to OACS for their consideration for this award. The final award, it's the Marla Moon Memorial Award of Excellence. This is an all-encompassing award. It is for our population category, and what that means is the judges looked at our submission and felt that we were an outstanding Crime Stoppers program based on our engagement, based on our media support, which of course our friends at Rogers help us with, and then the amount of productivity, the volume of tips that we have, all of it coming together to show that we are a highly effective and high-functioning program. Now, what makes this really exciting is that this is the 10th year in a row that we've received this award. So we want to thank the Ontario Association of Crime Stoppers as well as the judging panel for this recognition. We want to thank our media partners for helping us put the message out to the community. We thank our investigative partners who help make that information successful in investigations. And most importantly, we want to thank those tipsters who come forward anonymously and confidentially to provide that information and make their community safer. The reason we talk about these awards is to show the community that the work we're doing here in the City of Guelph and County of Wellington is being recognized, that we are operating as a responsible and productive partner when it comes to community safety. And if they are thinking about providing information to us, whether it's calling us toll-free at 1-800-222-TIPS or going to our website at csgw.tips, that they're dealing with an organization that is reputable and is doing good work.
It's closing time, and you stayed out longer than you planned. So now you can't drive, and the buses have stopped running. You could always call your girlfriend. Or maybe your roommate? What about your best friend? You could just dial 1-888-TAXI-GUY or use the Taxi Guy app. The call and the app are free, and they both connect you to a local cab company to bring you home safely. Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
Hey folks, it's me, Giovanni Petiti, the host of Not Tonight. It's the new late-night talk show right here on Rogers TV. We got fabulous guests, a lot of laughs. It's just like the Jimmy Kimmel Show, if you order the Jimmy Kimmel Show on Wish. So join me Sunday at 10 o'clock right here on Rogers TV. Nice.
Personal finance show that dares to ask those money questions you've always wanted to. Join Mike Bregueth when he talks with experts on all aspects of money. Money Matters with Mike Bregueth, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on Rogers TV.
Hey guys, Steph here from The Cruise TV, the show where we talk about the people and stories behind the coolest cars on the road. Join us on Sundays at 8 p.m. After a night out with your friends, not having a plan for a safe ride home can leave you in a bad spot. You could end up riding in a police car, an ambulance, or a hearse. These unplanned modes of transportation can be a costly choice and do not take you home. Your plan could include a designated driver, a taxi, or public transit. Drink responsibly, choose your ride, and have a plan for a safe ride home.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more.
Turning to sports news, it's another successful year for the Scotland's Yard Charity Road Hockey Tournament, raising money for children with cancer and other serious illnesses.
It's been amazing, just being part of the community, raising money for better children's care in our community. I'm fortunate as a hockey player and bringing my hockey player friends in to gather attention, bring kids in here to play hockey. We're just the face of it. My wife, Jacqueline, and the board, the foundation board, they do all the heavy lifting, getting all the sponsors, getting all the vendors here, setting up the Hockey Fest. It's become quite an event. 96 teams this year, so gets bigger and better every year, and it's all because of their heavy lifting.
We're really honored that we can announce that amazing milestone this year, $1 million. We've been doing it for 4 years now, and obviously couldn't have done it without these sponsors. There's so many local companies that just step up every year. A few just off the top of my head, TD, Steven Evans is one of our top sponsors, Will Blamey is one of our top sponsors, and both in the construction industry. So, not competing at all, they're just here to make a difference. So that's really important. And even the boardwalk, the fact that they are just so generously giving us the property every year and just very excited about it, that means a lot to us. Honestly, it blows my mind every year. I come out here, we set up for 2 days prior, and just having a moment to myself to see all the rinks set up, that kind of makes me emotional sometimes. And then, just in general, the fact that seeing the community get so involved, that's even more of a bigger emotional point, that everyone is passionate about the same thing we're passionate about. Like, we're all just trying to make a difference, and everyone, whether you're a hockey player or not, everyone wants to help do that.
For more local sports stories, check out 519 Sports Online. Darren Stevenson and his team work to bring our community stories about local athletes. Visit 519sportsonline.ca.
Joel Sherbino and the Paris Community Church helped connect life with faith through their program, Sundays for Paris. Hear sermons, listen to hymns, experience all that the Paris Community Church has to offer. Sundays for Paris, Sundays at 10:30 a.m., right here on Rogers TV.
It's closing time, and you stayed out longer than you planned. So now you can't drive, and the buses have stopped running. You could always call your girlfriend. Or maybe your roommate? What about your best friend? You could just dial 1-888-TAXI-GUY or use the Taxi Guy app. The call and the app are free, and they both connect you to a local cab company to bring you home safely. Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
I was born and raised in Musqueam First Nation territory by my mother, who spoke Hunkaminam to me. As a child, I ceased using my mother tongue, as to use any language other than English was considered not being Canadian, so I was told. The old people came to me in a dream and reminded me of who I am and where I come from. I have reawakened. My roots are strong, and I'm no longer a silent speaker. My language tells me where I'm from. It defines me and guides me to teach others to learn and understand our culture and traditions. A gift for those in the present and the unborn generations. What was lost is found. What was asleep has awakened. My blood is here, and I am complete. I have returned home.
Finally for us, Each year, hundreds gather to Guelph Lake Island for a multi-stage festival that celebrates music, culture, and people. Hillside Music Festival is one of Canada's most progressive, eco-friendly community gatherings. Take a look.
I think Hillside is just a real institution of Guelph. I think it's a chance. Someone said to me today, it feels a little bit like summer camp. Like you're going to come, you're going to have this great outdoor experience, and if you've been coming for many, many years, then you're going to know a ton of folks. Like we have a huge number of people who, once they've come one time, they will continue to come. So if you've been here before, I think what you're really looking forward to is seeing the folks that you know, seeing your community members, and celebrating with them. And if you've never come before, I think what you're just going to find is a super creative place that's full of like a real diversity of art and music, and also a really great chance to meet new people. There are specific events where we're encouraging you to make friends. We have speed friending at Hillside, and I just think it's a really great place to build community. Hillside Festival is a 3-day festival. It's in its 42nd year. It takes place every year in July at the Guelph Lake Conservation Area on Guelph Lake Island. It is a celebration of music and art and sustainability and community. We bring together thousands of people to Guelph Lake Island, about 8,000 people in total, with musicians and artists from all over the world, workshops, activities for kids, just like a whole variety of activities that are available for all ages in a celebration on Guelph Lake Island. I really think what we're just trying to do is just try to do what we do so well, which is just make it such a way to bring like lots of different kinds of people together and lots of different kinds of music. We're a discovery festival. What we want you to do is to come to Hillside and to hear a band that you've never heard before. This year, we always love to bring like new artists and like have new activities and new things you can learn, but the sort of central focus of the festival of a place you can learn and enjoy being around other people and enjoy great music and art, that's just going to stay the same. What really makes the vibe, I think, is our beautiful location on beautiful Guelph Lake Island, surrounded by water. Tons of places you can go for a swim, relax under a tree for a while at the festival. What really makes the vibe is our environmental initiatives. We're one of the only net carbon zero festivals in Canada. We wash dishes for 8,000 people on site. We have a 4-stream trash sorting system. We compost on site. So we actually are a net carbon zero emissions festival. So that really creates that idea of sustainability, really permeates through the festival and really creates the vibe. And just the diversity of music and art and artistic expression that you'll find here really, I think, sets the tone and gets you in the mood for discovering new things.
That's our show for this edition of Your Region This Week. Thanks for watching. I'm Anandi Carol-Woolery. See you next time.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Good afternoon, this is your captain speaking.
You have no idea where in the world you really are.
Wow.
No map, no plan, no clue. This is Destination X. Well, this ought to be fun. Oh, it's open! Austria. All you have to do to win is answer one simple question. Where the X am I?
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home.